Yes, everybody, we're back again. I am FTB Stitches. I got Stony with me this evening, as always. You know, no one could ever ask for a better wingman. And we're back again, this time with a preview show. It's Leicester City versus LFC. We on the post-match, before we went into the bones of what went down at Anfield with Man City. Hopefully we've buried some of that in the rest of the week and put that behind us. But listen, it seems like this club keeps taking hits after hits after hits. The unfortunate news that's come out this week of Jurgen Klopp having lost his mother. I heard rumours about this a little while back. I think I mentioned it on the show that I heard that something was going, that he'd lost his mum, but it was a rumour, and we didn't know for sure. But the worst news has been confirmed. Jurgen lost his mum at the age of 81. But the blows don't stop there. Unfortunately, because of the COVID situation and the rules around that in Germany and regarding travel, he was unable to go and pay his final respects to his mother. And for anyone, that's got to be really painful. And my heart goes out to him. My heart goes out to him. My heart goes out to his family. Condolences. At this club, we have a mantra, which is "You never walk alone," and most certainly, we want Klopp to be feeling that right now. Stoney, I know you might want to take a minute as well to pay your own respects and that, and I'll give you the time to do that, and then we could talk a little bit more around this before we get into our match preview as per usual. First of all, I'd like to thank everyone that's logging in to view the show. Hit that subscribe button, like, share with your friends. But Stoney B, take it away, man. I mean, what can you say?
I think it's one of those moments where this current climate that we're all living in, football for some people is a getaway, but I think it's also a realization that some people are obviously in an environment where loved ones have actually passed away. So I think sometimes football, as much as I mentioned, it's a getaway, it's also a realization that we have to obviously take a moment to realize that some people are going through situations that are realistic. And we just have to make sure that we're comforting them as well. So, I mean, this is just a sub little moment with Klopp. We just to say that we're here for you. Don't know him personally, but we're still part of the Liverpool family. And we have to make sure that we're actually here for you. So, yeah, anybody that's out there, reach out to us as well. So, yeah, it's a realistic moment as well.
Yeah. Welcome, Pato. It's a somber mood we're in this evening. Hopefully we can raise the spirits towards the end of the show. But right now, we just thought it was appropriate that we take a moment to send our regards and our condolences to Jurgen Klopp and his family, who are going through tough times right now. Really painful thing to lose a family member at any time. But when you're unable to go and pay your final respects as well because of the rules around COVID, it's just that extra painful, isn't it? Pato, how have you taken this news, and if you've got anything to add to what we're saying?
Well, firstly, hello guys.
Hi, welcome to the show.
It has been, people are really feeling it for Jurgen and all his family. I'd like to pay my respects also. I'd like to say I'm really sorry to Jurgen and all his family, and I'm so sorry that he wasn't able to go.
Yeah,
he wasn't even able to attend.
Yeah,
and I think it does make sense as well, because one of you pointed that out about what has been going on behind closed doors, but how has it affected him? Obviously, it will have affected him, and probably the team. Also, but I would just like to say to Jurgen and all his family, I deeply send my condolences, love and warmth, and may she rest in peace. May your mum rest in peace.
May she rest in power. It's it's a hard thing to lose a family member. I myself won't speak on it too much, but I lost my dad not too long ago. It's still quite raw. So, you know, this one hit me. It hit me. You know, I heard rumors, as I said before you joined on a couple of weeks ago. I heard some rumors about his mum, but I didn't really pay it much mind because I thought, you know, it's rumors. But unfortunately, it proved to be true because so apparently, and this, you know, football takes a secondary step to this right now, but apparently she passed away before the Burnley game. You know, which coincides with what some people perceive as a really spiky side of Klopp showing, which is understandable now. And you touched on, Pato, nobody knows what's going on behind closed doors. Nobody knows what burdens he's carrying. And then to go into interviews and get innate comments from people who are got an agenda and, you know, driving all of that. And for him to just stand there and take it all and speak and front and represent the team. I mean, so look, there's a question here because I was talking to a friend about this and they said, do you think that Jurgen should have taken some time off? You know, my views on it was that at the time that I suffered a loss, I really didn't want to take any time off because that would give me too much time to think. And I prefer to be busy. What are your thoughts? Pato, I'll come to you first and then Stone, if you don't mind. We'll do ladies first because we've got manners here, right? So
that's fine.
Yeah,
we respect
Pato,
that.
Yeah, Pato, what are your thoughts on that in terms of, you know, him taking time out?
Well, grief affects people differently.
Yeah.
And some people need to carry on. We don't know whether he was allowed to, you know, as you've just pointed out. Should he be taking some time out? We don't know. Personally, I'd say yes. I think you always need to take time out. I've recently also had a tragedy just before Christmas.
Sorry to hear that.
And I needed to take time out.
Yeah.
Not everybody does. I understand that. And I was questioning people's grief. So I'm not going to question anybody's grief. I don't know. I don't know if he wanted to go. I don't know if he couldn't go. We don't know. We don't know. But and we don't know if if he is allowed to take time off.
Yeah.
We don't know. Does he want time off? As I said, people, it affects them differently. Some like to plod on. They don't want to think about things, or they helps them to cope with life. Life does go on.
Yeah.
Life goes on. Also, she was Catholic, so as a Catholic, life does go on. You're supposed to. Death is a celebration of life.
Yeah.
We were not supposed to. When I die, you don't mourn me. You celebrate my life. I don't know if it is just a Catholic thing, but it's you know, it's a celebration of life, and hopefully, she was 81. The funeral, I think, was yesterday.
Yeah.
On Tuesday it was. It was on Tuesday.
Tuesday. So, you know, sorry, I'm thinking of my friends again.
It's okay.
No.
What's your views, guys? What's your views on it? What would you do personally? I mean, well, actually, Stitches, you have just said.
Yeah, I had to carry on. Yeah, I couldn't stop because if I stopped, I would have broken.
Exactly.
And it did break me, but having things to focus on, like my family, my kids, doing what I have to do, putting one foot in front of the other is what kept me through it. And that doesn't mean you were strong all the time. You know, there were times where I was just breaking down, and you know, because the emotion overwhelms you. It could be somebody that reminds you of someone of them, or a song or an advert or something happening that just brings the memories back. And in that moment, you're unable to be strong, and you just, you know, you become overwhelmed with emotion. But Stoney, what's your thoughts on it?
My thoughts on it is, firstly, thank you very much, Stitches, and thank you very much, Pato, as part of the Liverpool family, for actually being quite honest. I think this platform is an opportunity to be able to reflect and also know that we are actually here for you. So for Stitches and for Pato, I just want to make sure I provide a platform to actually say privately, I'm actually here for you. I just like to extend on what Pato was actually saying as well. People grieve in completely different ways. So even if off platform, you need a platform to speak, communicate, I'm actually here for you. I just want to make sure you know that the straight off, right? I'm actually here for you. It may be a message at 2 a.m. in the morning. It may be something at 4 p.m. in the afternoon. It may be a text. It may be a call. I'm actually here for you. I just want you to know that straight away. I'm actually here for you. Okay. So yeah, straight away. So we actually know that people grieve differently. So going back to what Pato was actually saying, in terms of some of the feedback we've actually heard from Klopp, and respectfully, everybody's got their own opinion. It may be that he would have known what was actually happening with his mother, and that may actually have been, for some people, have actually commented about his changing character. Regardless, as we say, we know everybody comments and deals with things completely differently. This is a celebration of his mother. This is a celebration of Liverpool as an actual community. And we're actually here to actually support Klopp and everybody that has a connection with Liverpool as well. We're actually here to say we're actually here to support you. Okay.
Yeah.
So today's show, not to sidestep anything, is focused on Liverpool versus Leicester. We're going to look at the way to celebrate Liverpool as a community and actually focus on keeping everybody's spirits high, but also not removing the fact that some people have actually had loved ones actually passed away. All right. So for a host, Stitches is a lead man, as a king. And we also have the opportunity to have Pato as our queen. And we're actually going to focus on how we can actually keep everybody's spirits high and focus on the Liverpool versus Leicester game today, if that's okay with everybody.
Yeah, absolutely. And, I think it was only the right thing to do for us to take, the first 10, 12 minutes of the show just to show Jürgen what this club is about. And,
Definitely.
what I love about this club is that mantra really speaks not just for football, but right across life, that you never walk alone. And Jürgen, we all walk with you. So, without further ado, let's go on and analyze this game now. It's just a shame that the Anfield faithful, the Liverpool massive can't be in the stadium to show Jürgen that love into this game. Because I tell you what, the traveling cop would have been in fine song and fettle. There would be flags, there would be flares, whatever it took, just to show Jürgen that we're 100% behind him and the boys. And I hope the boys carry that spirit into the game, because it's time. This is what Liverpool's about for me. Right? In the darkest hours, this is when you find out why I support this club and what this club is about. So I fully expect Leicester to get the storm.
Yeah, hopefully. I want this to also happen as well.
Yeah. I want those boys to go out there and show their appreciation for Jürgen and just do it for his mum. Do you know what I mean? That's what's going to happen. And I think we're going to start seeing a turnaround in our form. I think that we've had a good amount of time out of the game now.
Yeah.
For Jürgen to maybe in the background work with the boys on the training fields or the coaches whilst he has a day or so away. And boys a bit fresher. And I think we're really going to go for Leicester. And it's almost a perfect game, because Leicester very rarely park the bus against us or try to play the counter attack, but they're quite progressive. So it proves usually to be a good game. So it's one I'm looking forward to.
Yeah.
And we'll break down formations and who's going to play and all of that in a minute. But do you agree with me? Is that how you see it going? What are your thoughts, Pato?
Yeah. Well, they're trying to get their Champions League place also, aren't they? They're going to be trying to get in the top 4.
Yeah.
Whether they've got a title run. Yeah.
Anything's possible.
Possible. Yeah, possible. So yeah, they're going to be getting 40. Brendan, he likes to be sus, doesn't he? He does. Not saying that he can, but of course he's going to be gunning for us. He is going to be gunning for us, and I think it's going to be a really good game. A really interesting game. I mean, how long ago was it when they had their tragedy also at Leicester?
Yeah. Thank you.
What is it? 2 years?
A little while ago.
Yeah,
Probably
just
more than that.
Just a little bit over that, I think. Yeah.
And it was roundabouts. Well, anyway, so I think it's going to be an emotional game.
Yeah.
But a cracking game. Absolutely cracking game. But yeah, they're definitely going to be on the attack. Definitely.
Yeah.
But then
and Stoney, sorry, Pat. Sorry, Patter, to cut you off. I'm so sorry. That's so rude of me. Yeah, I thought you were done. I was just going to bring Stoney in and ask him, do you agree? We got two out of three saying it's gonna be one of those wild nights.
Okay, so I'm looking forward to Saturday at 12:30. Okay, so we've got an afternoon game, and I thoroughly agree with what Pato was actually mentioning. I think the last game we played would have been the away game at Leicester, 3-0. We had an own goal by Evans. We had a goal by Bobby. And we had also a goal by Jota as well. So 3-0 victory. I think it's going to be an open game. Look, Brendan Rodgers, this is just my personal opinion, okay? I still have a soft spot for Brendan Rodgers. I have a lot of respect for the way that he actually plays. Obviously at Liverpool, at Celtic. So we're looking at managers. Soft spot. I like Klopp. I like Brendan Rodgers. And I also like Scotty Parker. We can discuss that at another show with Fulham, with Scott Parker, right? So I do believe that it's going to be an open, expansive game. Hopefully, we're going to get a result similar to Everton and Tottenham, 5-4, with Liverpool being victorious. I'm looking for an open game. I'm looking for a positive result, a positive performance from Liverpool. And I'm just looking forward to it. Look, 12:30 game on a Saturday is beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful.
Does it not feel like it's been an age since we played City? Like I've wanted to watch my team play again. It's like I need to wash that out of my mind with a victory.
Thank you. I thought I was actually the only one. I mean,
no. It feels like this week has dragged. I've had zero interest in all these FA Cup games and whatever. I'm just hurry up and done. Like, bring my team back. Like, I want to watch Liverpool now. Do you know what I mean? That's how I felt. But with that being said, let's get straight into the bones of it again in terms of the squad selection. Do you think it's time? Does Ozan Kabak start? That's the question that's on my lips. Is he going to start? Stoney, what are you saying? Do you think he starts?
I'm going to get my comment, and then I think it's only rightly so that our Queen Pato has an opportunity to provide some in-depth quality afterwards. Okay, so for with me, I think we need a little freshen up. I don't know. People are probably going to jump my back. I don't know, and I'll appreciate their comments. I like a little freshen up. So yeah, definitely Alisson to remain in goal. I think the last few shows that we've actually had, Stitches, you have provided an in-depth quality, and it's not discarding the quality that Robertson has provided for us. I think we need to provide our little Greek left back an opportunity to play in this game. I would like to see a little change in our front area. Get Shaqiri in, freshen up our midfield. I know Keita is not ready to resume back. Throw in Curtis Jones for us just to provide a little alternative. I would be interested to see whether we change from a 4-3-3 to a 4-2-3-1. I think that would actually be quite interesting to see whether we're able to play that against Leicester as well. Yeah, definitely. I mean, I will touch on the Leicester possibilities in terms of formation and personnel afterwards. But yeah, I think I'd like to see us 4-2-3-1, change some personnel if we're able to, and see how we go. As I said, the last game was a 3-0 victory to us. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. So over to Pato.
Okay. I think, get the new boy in the back. Kabak. In the back. Kabak in the back.
Back in the back.
because we can free up Hendo then, can't we? I don't know what's happening with Fabinho. He wasn't training, was he?
No.
I think we rushed him back for the City game, if I'm being honest.
Yeah. He's being rested. And also, Wijnaldum training on his own.
Played every game so far. You know,
he might need a little rest as well.
Need a rest.
No, he's been training on his own, like in isolation.
Okay.
Really?
Yes. Why?
Do we want to read anything into that with the Barcelona Connect?
I don't know.
Well, he's come out recently and said he's not going to Barcelona. He wants to stay. That's what he's come out and said.
Don't want to pay. What does he want? 150.
Okay.
Wants 150.
Listen, that's a tin of beans to Liverpool at the moment. That
I
is.
I totally agree.
That is that's not even Heinz. That's Branston. I like Branston beans. I like Branston baked beans, but that's Branston baked beans to Liverpool. But either way, if it was just, and I do apologise, if it's just a sub little topic in focus to Gigi, he's been an absolutely wonderful servant for Liverpool. Yes. I mean, when we purchased him, he was playing in the ambush, so that's just behind the forward at Newcastle. What he's been able to do as a player for us is show his versatility. So he's been able to play in the false number 9 for us. He's been able to play as the number 6 for us. He's been able to play, if we play the 4-3-3, he's been able to play on the left-hand side. He's been able to play on the right-hand side. He's been able to play on the CDM. Do I want Gigi to leave? No. Thank you. Do I want Gigi to leave? No. But if he does leave, he's left, just my personal opinion, he's left with a blessing. He's been able to leave with a wonderful servant. And what we would have paid for Gigi, we would have been able to have capitalized on that. I mean, look, he has been when he's played for the international team, behind Van Dijk, he's a second captain. You know, so I mean, he's been able to leave with a blessing. If that's so, I don't want him to leave. I'm just making that clear, all right? But if he does leave, he's left on a blessing, and financially, we would still have been able to make a profit from him. So that's my view. I don't want him to leave, but if he does leave, we would still have left on a profit.
I don't think I think you'd be hard pressed to find a Liverpool fan that just wants Gigi to leave. Yeah. I think you're right. He's been a wonderful servant, and if he chooses to move on, he does so with all of our blessings and all of our best wishes. It's a tricky one because I understand it's his final big contract, so he wants to get a value contract. But I think someone going into their 30s asking for a 4-year contract on 150k, given the way we manage our finances, it's not really the FSG way. No. It's not really what we're going to do. That money will probably be better.
4 years.
That's what he wants. Apparently, that's the sticking point from what I've heard. I don't know if it's true or not.
More negotiation is needed.
Yeah. He wants a longer contract, and we're offering him 3 years. Right. That's what I understand. So I don't know. Either way, look, the club has to do what's best for the club. It's Liverpool FC, not Genie FC. Love Genie, but if he goes with our blessing, and he's done. He's done wonderful for us, and he's won things. And I have to say he has sacrificed himself for the squad, because when you watch him play for Holland, he plays a more advanced, more expressive role. And he sacrifices that to be disciplined for us. So you have to applaud that. To him playing or training on his own, I really don't want to read into it. I just know there's always speculation around our club. I think that Klopp has already been on record as saying, listen, whether or not he signs a new contract, Gigi's part of the fold, and he'll give his best, and we know he will. And I just think to myself, it may be a case that he's on a specialist training program, that is different from what the squad is playing. He may be training in advance, ready for Leipzig rather than for the team, because for this game, because I think that Leipzig's going to come into account. I'm opposite to you in terms of Tsimikas. I think Tsimikas plays against Leipzig, but probably not against Leicester. So Robertson plays against Leicester, Tsimikas plays against Leipzig. I think Kabak starts, and I think it's likely, in my mind, to either be, I don't know, it's a toss-up between Fabinho or Henderson next to him. I think Trent starts, Alisson goes straight back in goal. In the midfield, I think we still go with 3. I think that it can change in the game, but I think it's either Fabinho or Henderson in there with Curtis and maybe Thiago.
I think
that's what I see. Yeah, and up front, I think it's going to be the usual suspects. I think that we're going to be out there to get a result, so I don't see us resting them. We may rest them in Europe, but we're not going to rest them here. I don't think. That's my thoughts.
Regarding Gini, it wasn't. That was my concern. I was more concerned of the isolation, that he hasn't got anything wrong with him isolating.
Okay.
Right. I was worried about him isolating.
Okay. Well, let's pray. Let's pray. In these times,
and Thiago didn't train today. Him and Fabinho haven't trained today.
Okay. And
I think it's
I hope.
I got a soft spot. I got a soft spot for Thiago. I don't know why.
Yes. I hope he plays. He's on my list, guys. I've got him right here. He's definitely on my list to be playing.
Yeah. What's your squad, Pato?
Well, as I said, it was Alisson, definitely. Yeah. We love you, Alisson. We do. I tried to learn it to say that in actually. But anyway, so Alisson, welcome, and Trent.
Yep.
And I want Kabak.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Fabinho, hopefully, and Robbo, of course.
Yep.
Thiago in the midfield. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Gini and Hendo, hopefully in the midfield. We want you back, Hendo. Salah. Bobby, Mane up front. The usual suspects. Yeah.
Cool. So with that being said, I think we're all pretty much in agreement. 1 or 2 tweaks there, and we look forward to seeing how close we get to that starting lineup in the post-match show, which will be literally probably half an hour after the match is concluded on Saturday. So look, what do you think Leicester City are going to throw at us? Who are the danger men, or who is the danger man? Who have we got to be wary of? And who you seeing, Pato, as the one to watch?
Well, actually, I've had a little bit of help, and I've sent my friend down. She went down to the what's it called now? The Walker Stadium or Filbert. Anyway, so she went down to see. She went down to see the Fossey boys. Leicester Fossey, and my friend Colleen. Anyway, so she went down, Colleen, and they wouldn't let it in. They wouldn't let it in. So what she did, she's dead clever, Colleen. So she just left like a little device there to see if what she could pick up. Anyway, someone's got hold of it at the ground. Don't know who it was. So it's been leaked anyway. So I have actually got Leicester's team sheet because it was leaked. Someone leaked it from the Leicester team. I don't know who it was. But anyway, so the Leicester team is Schmeichel.
Yeah.
Schmeichel in goal, and I reckon he might play Justin.
Yeah, I think he starts.
Well, according to the leak, anyway, it's Justin, Evans, Fofana, and Castagni, and then he's going to be playing apparently what we thought the R4-2-3-1. So Yuri, and then Ndidi. Then we've got Barnes, Maddison, Albrighton, and either Perez. I think it's going to be Perez. I don't think Vardy. It's not. Apparently, it's not Vardy. It's not Vardy. And I'm not saying it was Vardy who leaked it, by the way, just because he doesn't get picked. I never said anything that it was him, and neither did Colleen. Okay.
All right. Well, see, our Anfield correspondent right there, Pato, with the inside track. You know, this is why she's the queen of this show. She gets that inside info. Yeah. So the question I wanted you to answer is, who do you think is their danger man?
Perez, I think.
You think Perez?
Yeah.
What about yourself, Stoney?
Oh my goodness! Do you know what? I don't know whether I should be mentioning this as a lie, but I'm going to be honest. Okay, so Leicester won their last game against Brighton, wasn't it? I think it was in the cup game. So similar to what Pato was saying there, I see Schmeichel starting in goal. It will be interesting to see, and if I pronounce the name incorrectly, I apologize. All right, is it Costani? He can play left back or right back. It will be interesting to see.
I think it's
perfect.
Yeah.
So it'd be interesting to see whether he plays because he's still debatable whether he's injured. I can see Soenchi playing the centre back. Playing. Yeah, that's correct. I see Evans starting because it's interesting to see whether Fofana actually plays or not. I know James Justin picked up that little injury against Brighton, so see whether he plays. So I think the defensive line will be interesting to see whoever they put out. Danger men, I think it's just going to be whether it's Maddison, Barnes, Tielemans. I do actually like to see how Unde, the Turkish acquisition, is actually playing. I really do like him a lot. So it'd be interesting to see.
Brighton's one to watch as well, don't you think, Stitches?
Yeah.
Isn't he?
Yeah.
He's a bit
Unde, the Turkish acquisition of Unde is very tidy. I really do like him. He can play anywhere along the midfield. So I agree with what Pato was saying. Is to see whether Mendy, Ndidi, or Chowdhury actually plays. And I do believe that it will be to see whether Perez or what's the gentleman's name that came from Man City? What's his name? Inchedi? The forward?
Yeah. Oh, you're talking about God, what's
the Nigerian
name?
Forward?
Yeah. I forgot his name.
It's just to see whether it's going to be him. Yeah, that's correct. Inacho. Whether it's Inacho or Perez. I think they'll probably rest Vardy and obviously bring him on. But I think in terms of a squad, it's going to be about all of their midfield for us against Leicester. So you said Maddison, Barnes, Tielemans, Unde, whether it's Mendy, Ndidi, or Chiando, see who plays. But they're fine. But it's all about us.
All right? It is about us. But see, for me, I think the midfield is going to be Ndidi.
Yeah, they're functioning very, very, very well at Leicester.
Ndidi plays, and I think Tielemans plays next to him. I think you're going to have Barnes, Maddison, and probably Perez.
Yeah, but they're still functioning very, very, very well.
Danger man for me is really quite simple. Ndidi, because he's going to break up a lot of play. I think that the critical players are going to be Barnes and Maddison. If we contain Barnes and Maddison, I think we win. It's as simple as that. I think that's where all the threat's going to come from. I think other than that, and in terms of their defensive line, if they decide to play Evans against us, that's just fantastic.
Because he's still been functioning well for them, though.
He is functioning well for them, but I just think the pace of our front two, in terms of Mane and Salah and Firmino pulling him out of position, it's too much for him. And he's going to commit a foul. He's going to pull in someone's t-shirt, and he's going to get booked, and then he's going to be walking on eggshells. So for me, if they'll be giving us a gift if they play Evans, and I hope they do, because I'd be more worried if they played Soyuncu and the other young man that they've got there,
James Justin.
No, the mixed race fella.
Fofana.
Those two worries in the dance. If they play those two as a partnership, worries in the dance. Justin would be a problem. I saw him do a really good job for 60 minutes against Traore, against Wolves. And I was really impressed, very impressed. But as you said, he took a knock. So let's see. Let's see. But yeah, the danger's gonna come from us. I'm looking forward to the game. I think we need to blow away a few cobwebs. We've got added emotional incentive to really go for it. And I'm looking forward to it. I hope you guys will be joining us for the post-match preview.
Yeah.
Or review, should I say?
Can we just congratulate Mo as well?
Breaking records.
He's just a record breaker. Does it surprise you?
Goal of the month as well, didn't you get?
I saw that. And the man still gets hate, still gets a lot of abuse. We still hear pundits talking about he's in terrible form. What does that say for the rest of the league, though? Realistically, if you're talking about Mo Salah like that,
is that 5 times now?
5 times, yeah.
Goal of the month.
Oh, I don't know the number, but he's gonna win many more. Like the guy's just, for me, it's phenomenal.
And also got the player of the month for the Standard Charter.
There you go. More.
Congratulations, Mo.
I'm expecting. Who do you think?
Hendo got second as well, and Trent got third for the Standard Charter player of the month. So
who do you think,
boys?
Yeah. Who's going to be the pivotal player for us then? Do you think it will be Mo, player of the month?
I think it should do, because he should be up for it, shouldn't he? He should be excited. He should be, his adrenaline should be rocketing with confidence, because he's the player of the month, goal of the month. So let's do it again in February, Mo, please.
Yeah. Stoney, what are you saying? Who do you think is going to be the guy?
Okay, so I think I'm a little bit of a jinx, and I don't mind actually mentioning it, because I think when we purchased Thiago, there are a lot of people that I communicate with in the community away from our channel, and I think our purchase of Thiago for me was similar when we purchased Xabi Alonso. And what I basically said was, I felt very blessed, but I said, look, let me not make it public. Let me keep all of my thoughts to myself and wait for him to settle in, and then I'll be a little bit vocal. So what I've done is, if any of our subscribers or any of our viewers will be aware, I think for the last 3 or 4 games, I've kept saying that Thiago was going to be our man of the match, and for various reasons, he hasn't been. So I don't know whether I've been a jinx. So for my man of the match,
I cancel my question. Don't answer.
So for my man of the match for the next game against Leicester away, I'm going for Mane.
See, I was going to say Mane.
I'm going for Mane.
But you know what, Stoney? If Hendo gets back in the midfield, Thiago probably could be the man of the match.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
It'll help free him up as well, won't it?
You're right.
Thiago with Hendo with him, doesn't he?
So, that's a very good point. So, I agree with you though in terms of Mane. I think Mane's due a game. He's just come back, had a little bit of a rest. I think the fact that Salah, they got that competitive edge between them, haven't they? And the fact that Salah, he's just got Standard Charter player of the month, 1 goal of the month. I think Mane's going to be on it. He's going to be like, what? Is that how you're moving? All right, cool. Let me show you what I got. So I think he's due a good game. And generally against Leicester, he plays quite well. So I can see him having an influence. That's who I think is the guy to watch for us as well. But look, we've covered it all. We're all excited. We're all looking forward to it. Hopefully, when we meet again on Saturday, we're having glad tidings, because it wasn't great last time. But we've put that out of mind, out of memory. We go again. LFC to the world. Do you know what I mean? So thank you very much. With that, we'll wrap it up. I've been FTB Stitches. Pato, thank you very much for your inside info that we got on the players. You don't get that anywhere else, people.
No.
This is why you got to like, subscribe, and share this. And Stoney, thank you very much as well for your considered opinions and everything. And I look forward to us combining again and discussing things on Saturday.
Okay, see everybody on Saturday.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye, everybody.
Everyone.
Bye, guys. Bye, Stoney. Bye, Stitches.